and all of the guests. Maraming salamat po for giving us an opportunity to voice out what has been aching in our hearts for us stakeholders and advocates that belong to the Diborsyong Pilipinas coalition. I would like to read a statement also on behalf of the group. And with me here, I would like to show you that we had passed this from the last Congress, not only here in the House, but also in the Senate. So here is a collection or a compilation of testimonies from what Attorney Padilla has said. Some of them really heartbreaking, some of them not just physically abused, but they're also not so serious. So with that, also, I would like to say that our coalition has an advocated members of 80,000 worldwide. That's all walks, different walks of life, gender, language, political colors, and different beliefs. So ever since our coalition of different divorce groups was founded 2 years ago, we had been lobbying in the Congress, the upper and the lower chambers. Voluntarily, activities include submitting of our position papers. So for this Congress, we had already given, even updated from the beginning of this Congress. So even meeting with some of the representatives, not only here in the Batasan complex, but also in their respective offices. We held peaceful rallies as well as caravans. Also, we have continuous meet and greet with the chapters whereby there are representatives that they voted. So the stakeholders all over the country and abroad have shared here as well their testimonies. So in this room, I pray for all your compassion and open hearts to look beyond your own principles and look onto the vastness of each human's uniqueness and differences, especially of being a Filipino. As an advocate and a stakeholder, we now understand na ang bawat constituent, ang bawat distrito, dapat kami maglakas loob rin na maipaalam sa kanilang mga congressman na meron nangangailangan nito sa kanilang distrito. Sa totoo lang po, a lot of us are afraid to even speak out. However, for the few, we believe na hindi lang na trabaho ng mga mambabatas na makinig sa mga nasasakupan nila at bigyan ng solusyon ang mga suliranin ng kanilang constituents. So we are grateful for this, for Representative Lagman, Representative Alvarez, and Representative Brosas for the continued support for our legal freedom, and those of here in support as a last resort after trying to fix our marriages many times over until such a time that we all wake up that we've had enough or we die as a martyr. So we do hope that not only the leaders' personal priorities are given time, but also to improving their people's lives, we the people. Set aside their personal beliefs and let the people be given an option to decide for themselves how they can improve their own lives, such as give divorce a chance. As to what matters the most, we hope to move on in peace. Not all want to be married, and it should be up to us if we do or not. So it is up to us because it is our hearts and it is our lives. In the first place, even without this law, the Philippines is living in hypocrisy, and most of its leaders that are against divorce are living in a fairy tale and fantasy land. Please open your eyes and see the reality of living as ordinary people. Even an observation of our new generation of the marrying age wouldn't want to marry legally right away because they even prefer living in first or not married at all. So bilang Estado at ayon sa ating konstitusyon, I would like to quote, echoing already what has been said earlier from the Article 2 Declaration of Principles and States Policy, Section 1. The Philippines is a democratic and Republican state. So sana po maging makatotohanan nga ang ating demokrasya ng Pilipinas. Nirerespeto ang magiging pantay-pantay ng bawat Pilipino na makataong batas at inuunawa ang pagiging tao ng bawat isa. So Section 6, the separation of church and state shall be inviolable. So we ask to be given equal legal rights and freedom to divorce like the Filipino Muslims and ethnic tribes that has provision of divorce. Or better still, what Ms. Beth and Shanko says, let us reenact the divorce bill to be back in our constitution again. So, because for one, some of us have no idea of what our stakeholders have gone through, nor know who we are, why we have needed this. So we have a plea to the wise, to the perfect and righteous people. Please stop the hate, social injustice, stop the discrimination, stop the judgmental assumptions. All this we receive in comments not only so online but also with looks. Even together, quoting Bible verses. It gives confusing message about the Christian God and His salvation campaign on dispensation of grace. So I have, as of now, so some of our Christian stakeholders, they remain Christians although they don't go to church much anymore because they are truly hurt. So they're not only broken physically, mentally, but also spiritually. So where do they go but to the state to ask for help? Because this is where we are. And ever we go, there is a law that as long as you're Filipino, it applies to you. So I track to my own future. Sure, I have escaped a dark life, but the future isn't so bright either. So Section 12 also states the value, the dignity of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights. So dapat pantay talaga ang batas sa lahat ng Pilipino, maging Kristiyano, Protestante, Katoliko, Muslim, Atheist, Buddhist, or tribo, ano pa man yan. So di dapat pinipilit ng isang tao o grupo ang kanilang paniniwala sa iba. So Article 3, Section 1, Bill of Rights. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall any person shall be denied the equal protection of the laws. Bigyan ng opsyon ang bawat isa. Wala dapat kinikilingang relihiyon ang batas o gobyerno dahil walang relihiyon na mas angat sa iba. Lahat dapat ay patas. So I strongly feel my own government and constitution to be able to protect my own dignity as a person. As I am a Filipina, independent-minded, a woman, I would like to be able to legally go back to my maiden name without legal attachment, so I can realize my dreams of being successful one day, even perhaps for checks and sell properties without having to go back to my ex to get his signature on the papers. So there's these processes that are being offered to some of us, bogus procedures or scams that are proliferating just to be free, than just to get our names. However, I would rather fight to get my own name back legally first than to do that. So it's sad, toxic, and sickening that we have to bear the righteous people's judgment on top of the law that affects us all. That is not ethnic or Muslim. It's already influenced by one religion instead of being fair to all. We have children of divorce in our group. One was born, or rather, he is a product of a divorce from 1917. And his parents, so the child of that, he's the grandchild now, so his parent is already married 50 years, and he himself has been married for more than 25 years. So here it manifests that their marriage are still happy and does not necessarily mean that the broken marriage would go in cycles. So besides, divorce isn't for all, not for the happily married. It is not compulsory, and it is only for those who has been separated for a long time, abused, and has been abandoned. Please pass this bill that has already been passed last 17th Congress. Would be a great gift to Filipinos in need. Give us a break and get this over and done with. Stop the discrimination against for being flawed humans, as no one is stopping the religious for being the perfect Filipinos. Let this law be a legacy by the compassionate. Our updated position papers will also follow, Madam Chair and Madam Secretary. Maraming salamat po for the time. This is from Divorsyong Pilipinas Coalition. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alfafara.